Hello everyone and welcome to this week's video tutorial. This will be the second last spot in the central advancement versus sandwich horse defense opening system. We'll be dealing with lesser plate variations for this spot and the next spot. So without further ado, let us begin. Central cannon, file chariot, p3 plus 1 variation, p3 plus 1 counter. In this board, in the past few boards, Brett will play h8 plus 9 to develop the horse to the edge file. Now in this board, Red will immediately go on the attack with h3 plus 4. Now one of the main ideas behind this move was that with this move, Red has the extra option of playing h8 plus 7. Cannon cannot apply a skewer at this point. Also, Red would be attacking the central pawn, force Black to defend the central file. Otherwise, Red would gain a headhunter cannon. And this would also be the position of discussion. So, as Red's intentions of capturing the central pawn are very obvious, there are two main variations that are discussed. The first would be e3 5 and the second would be e7 plus 5. Now with e3 plus 5, shows that he is prepared to defend. The principles that apply in this board would be similar to. Let's go through those videos to have a deeper understanding of this opening system. So Red captures and gains a central cannon, but notice that at this point in time, Red's left flank has been left untouched, whereas Black would have moved up his defenses at this point. Red would focus his attack since the elephant was over here. Red will play c8 equals to 3, attack, apply pressure, and also target the horse. And Black would try to mobilize his chariot as far as possible, hoping to move pawn rank for defense, etc. Now, if Black chose to play r1 equals to 2, slow because h8 plus 7 tries to gain material with this discovered attack, threatening the cannon and also threatening the horse at this point in time. He will also be prepared. However, generally speaking, Red would have the significant advantage at this point in time because the central cannon was here. If Red were able to maneuver his chariot out, he would threaten to go for a checkmate at this point in time. Therefore, Black's chariot will now be left in a predicament. It cannot leave this area because it has to defend, and the efficiency or the threat of this chariot will be greatly diminished, coupled with the fact that Black would also have trouble developing this chariot, so the overall advantage would be in Red's favor. So that is why usually r1 equals to 2 is not advocated. Instead, Black must try to speed things up and try to wrestle away or shoo away and a very important move would be to play a6 plus 5. This is a very delicate move. Now it might be very tempting for Red to play h8 plus 7, but this would be a blunder by Red. Now Red might think that he will not have to worry about Black making this move because he could always link the elephants up and thus threaten the chariot. However, Black would be prepared to play this. The power of this pale corner cannon can now be seen. He will advance the cannon, prevent this cannon from capturing the chariot, thus placing this horse and at the same time this horse threatening the cannon. So this would be a double threat. So Black would now be prepared to gain material. The situation would be simplified, but the loss of material so early on would mean that I could have a significant advantage. red's initiative would disappear, and since black would have the material advantage, he could continue to simplify things by trading chariots, etc. And go into the end game with priority. And at this point in time, red would have the advantage because although the cannons are linked, the issue of this cannon has not been resolved, and red could now take his time to attack with p3+1, etc. This would be variation A. Now in variation B, 7+5 was played. Again, the principles discussed in this variation would apply in the earlier videos, would also apply to this board. Because h3+4 is played, as mentioned earlier, red could now have the option of developing his left horse as a proper horse and thus strengthen his overall attack on the central file. Now this is a fundamental difference in the board. But whenever there's a cannon, there's a horse in this manner, red must be aware of any potential sacrifices by black playing c6+7 to attack. Because there are now fundamental differences in the position, for example, continue h4+3 after trading material. After trading material, c equals to 3 would not happen, and c equals to 7 would not be a good idea because this would hamper the development of the red horse instead. So this would be a fundamental difference from e3+5. So a6+5 as a prophylactic move, and since development on this flank was not possible, red decided to take the long route, a long block clever route, by developing his horse to the centroid and to this side of the board, whereby the horses would be linked, and red would not have to worry about his horses for the time being and focus on attacking chariots. Now, if he chose to try to change formations or offer a trade of cannons, black would refuse, plus putting red in a dilemma. h5, h2 equals to 3. This is a very good move. If black captured, he would attack and threaten the horse. So h4 cannon will now be placed nicely to attack the offending horse, placing this horse in a dilemma, and black would have a very flexible formation ready to go. c5 equals to 4 is not ideal at this point. 1+1, black tries to develop the chariot as he wanted to consolidate his front lines as fast as possible. Horses are ready to go. Important move, otherwise black can advance the chariot to this intersection. Blazer will protect. Treasure. He will probably have the option of c2+3 to try to gain material. s9, p7+1. It will be a standoff situations for both colors. Red attended the Trailblazer horse. This is not so commonly seen, but if red played correctly, he would have a slight advantage going game phase. Now, as can be seen, comparing e7+5 and e3+5, it will appear that e7+5 will be more beneficial for black. So, a short recap. This board, red would play the Trailblazer variation, thus giving red extra option of developing his left horse as a proper horse to strengthen his attack on the file. Instead of h8+9 that was discussed in the earlier boards. Two main variations finishes e3 plus 5, e7 plus 5. With e3 plus 5, black's right flank will be open and vulnerable to attack, and eventually red would have a significant advantage going to the big game phase. 7 plus 5, black's defenses are much more powerful, and red will develop his horse as a proper horse to strengthen his center. And after black tries to develop his chariot as fast as possible for attack, and after a few rounds, then obviously it will be quite a standoff, but red will perhaps be better in this situation. But comparatively speaking, black would be much better with e7 plus 5 instead of e3 plus 5. So I hope you've enjoyed this short video. If you like the work that I've been doing lately, please do subscribe to my channel and give this video and all the other shorts that I've done. Please show some encouragement. Thank you.